Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. I'm just sitting here doing a little bit knitting, catching up with my orders. I was at my granddaughter's yesterday and I always take some knitting when I go to my granddaughter's because the youngest one, Eddie, he'll be 3 in August. He's in nursery in the afternoon now, so I have a little bit of time to myself when I go. So I always take some knitting. But I took this here, this one where I've been doing a little bit of this one, because I didn't want to take the what I was doing for an order, because sometimes when the kids are there, they're playing about in the garden and mucking that, and they come in and they grab a hold of me and I'd end up with muck all over the order that I'm knitting. So if I've got something of my own to do like this, I just take that along. And anyway, we'd had a canny day, and then the kids come in from school, and I was sitting watching the kids with their fighting and the way they go on and that. And the youngest one was out in the garden playing with the soil and water and mud, and he came into Cheryl's kitchen. She had just washed the floor. He had mud and muck all over the place. It was all over his clothes, and she was doing a nut. And then I was watching the other two fighting and arguing with each other and that, and it just reminded me of when I was a kid. And I've got 2 sisters. I've got an older sister, Eleanor, and a younger sister, Linda, and I'm the middle one. And my youngest sister, Linda, and me are the best of friends. We've been the best of friends since we were, as well as sisters, we're the best of friends since probably our teens. I'm 3.5 years older than her, but when we were kids, I hated her. I used to have to take her places that I didn't want to take her to, because you don't want a younger sister, especially one 3.5 years younger than you, hanging around with you and telling your mother what you were doing and what you'd been doing and things like that. And she always used to say, and I used to try to get rid of her, and she always used to say, "I'm going to tell me mum on you," and that was the way it was, probably why I hated her. But I remember one day, it was a Sunday afternoon, and I don't know if this is still a thing or not nowadays, but when we were kids on a Sunday afternoon, we used to have to go to Sunday school. I don't know whether it's still done or not. I've never actually heard anything about it these days, but anyway, when I was younger, I didn't mind going, and used to go with, and my younger sister Linda started going, and then when I got old enough, I had to take Linda to Sunday school. Well, I didn't want to go, but I had to take her, and she used to whinge on is what I call her. She was a whingy kid when she was little. And there was this one Sunday, I just flatly refused. I said I didn't want to go, and I told her I wasn't taking her. So she went and told me mum. Of course, I got called in, shouted in, and you are going to Sunday school. You're taking Linda to Sunday school. Never mind what you want to do, you're going. And I said, but I don't want to go. I had intentions of going meeting my friends and doing something else, probably down the local park. But anyway, I was told I had to take her. Well, we lived in a flat, an upstairs flat at the time, and you only had those stairs that they come up the front, and then went all the way back. There was a little landing all the way down the back to the your back stairs into your backyard. Well, we never used to have any carpet on. There was just like lino on the carpets. But anyway, I was upstairs, and I was told I had to take Linda to Sunday school. So I went out of the house, out the living room. I slammed the living room door. I stamped all the way down those stairs. Then I slammed the front door, and I kicked Linda all the way down the street. thumped her and kicked her and anything I could do to her all the way down the street. Well, we lived at the very top of the street. Our house was the first street at the top. And it was quite a long street, and I got right down to the bottom. And then I heard my dad. He had a very loud voice. And he shouted, "Sheila, get back up here a minute." So I goes running up, saying to myself, I don't have to go. Oh, I don't have to go. Then not making us take Linda to Sunday school, so I goes running back with Linda running behind me, following behind. I think I was about 11 at the time, so I think Linda would have been about 7, round about 7 or something at the time. So I went running back up and got up to the front door. My dad was standing at the front door, and he just goes, whack, right across the face. "Don't you ever do that again. Don't you slam any door in this house, and don't you stamp down those stairs again. And then take the front door off its hinges when you close it." So I wasn't very happy. I had to take Linda to Sunday school. So she got another good hiding all the way down the street, all the way to the, I think we had to go down a couple more streets to get to the Sunday school. And like I'm saying, that's what we were like as sisters when we were kids. But it's funny how as we got older, and we got more sensible, and then we realised we were good friends. And I mean, she used to borrow my clothes off me and things like that. And even when I first started working, I used to give her pocket money. And she used to get pocket money. She used to get pocket money off my mum and dad. She got pocket money off my older sister. Then she got pocket money off me. And then she said when she started work herself, she said, "I don't know what I'm working for." She said, "I don't have as much pocket money as I had when I was getting it off you." And we've been friends ever since. And we're meeting up with our kids, and she's only got the one daughter, like, but I've got 3 sons, like, and that's the way life was in my day when I was young. And like I said, I don't know whether Sunday schools are still going, whether the kids still go to Sunday school these days, but I've never actually heard of anybody going. And I just wonder, maybe any of you, my subscribers watch this, might know, like they may be able to tell me. But there's nothing around where I live that I know of where any kids go to Sunday school. But that's what you're like with your younger sisters and all that. And then when I think about it, my boys were the same. They were always fighting amongst themselves, and that they don't have much to do with each other now, because one lives in Leeds, one lives in Worksop, and one still lives in the local area beside me. So they don't see each other to have any interaction with each other. And then with the country being in a lockdown anyway, they haven't seen each other anyway. So, but that's my little bit for today. Like I'm saying, I'm coming on with this. I'm nearly finished the back, and then I'll be able to go on to the sides. And I've got 155 stitches. Well, I had 100, and I'm doing the armhole shape now, but I had 155 stitches, and it seems to take forever to get across the row, because I'm knitting this like it's 4-ply. Because I don't care what the label says and what the instructions it says. This is not double knitting wool. This is 4-ply. In fact, it could even be 3-ply. It's that fine. And I know by what I'm knitting it with the Old English size 9 needles, which is 3.75 millimeters. And it's just knitting up nicely, and it's knitting up like what I remember 4-ply, because I used to knit all my kids' things when they were babies. I used to knit all 4-ply, 3-ply and 4-ply, never knit double knit for them when they were babies. And that's just what it's knitting up like now. So either they've got something wrong with the labels, or they don't know the difference between double knitting and 4-ply, but at least when I come to do the sides, I'll only have half the number of stitches on. 155, I'll probably have about 75 for the fronts, and maybe a little bit more, because the sleeves go up wider like that when you're knitting them. Like they'll be getting a little bit wider. But I probably should have this finished in about another week. It shouldn't take. I've got nothing else to do now. I've done all the other little ones that I was doing for my great grandsons. I finished his jumper and the other little ones that I was doing. But when I finish these orders, I'm going to be doing some more little ones. And I found a nice little site on Facebook that I can put them on to sell. So that'll be pretty good. So that's my little bit for today. So if you like my video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll tell you another little story some other time when I think of some other little things. But it's funny, when I see my sister, I haven't seen her much since the lockdown, but I see her now and again, and we do talk about when we were kids and all that, and we laugh about, well, she often laughs, well, she doesn't laugh about it, but I laugh about the way you used to kick her and hit her and all that. And she sees, I've still got all the scars to prove what you did to me. So that's it, so bye for now.